Welcome back to my channel. My name's Rebecca, I'm 28 and I live in Newcastle, and you are reporting for Beauty GT. So today, as you can see by the title of my video, you've got a 3 looks 1 palette coming at you using the Bperfect Cosmetics Carnival 3 Love Tahiti palette. There she is in all of her glory. This is the first video that I've done with this standalone without like comparing it to something else. So here she is. So there we go, this is the 3rd look that you'll see, so there'll be 2 looks before this, then this one. I have asked towards the end, but do comment down below which is your favourite look out of the 3. Yeah, and guess which one out of the ones that I've done is my favourite look, and I think you'd be surprised actually. But I have really enjoyed playing around with this. This is no means the end of you seeing this on my channel, because chef's kiss as a little bit of a spoiler, I really enjoyed playing around with this. But enough of me chatting away, let's get into the eye looks and I'll see you shortly. I've never looked more attractive, have I? Right, so I am doing something today. Brows on, primer on, Bperfect Perfect Prime, still my favourite. That's what she looks like. And believe it or not, I'm going to do a neutral look with this palette today. I know, no, you have not misheard me. I did say neutral. Just picking up my brush cleaning cloth. Yes, I thought neutral. The neutrals in this, I have to say, are pretty yummy. Deep, very saturated neutrals. Let me hold it up. So that's the row of neutrals there, and as far as I'm concerned, this is kind of a row of neutrals also, so I'm pretty excited. Like the mustardy, oh, I love like a mustard tone. Yeah, I'm quite excited to do this. You know, I'm trying to do as many looks. I'm going to try and do as many looks as I can before I get to doing a purple look, okay? Listen, I am absolutely desperate to slap on a purple halo eye, but I am waiting. So, what are we doing first? I'm going to go in with Cocoa, which is that one there. So, I normally start with this eye first, but I'm starting with this one because this is my like weaker eye to do. Like I never do this one as nicely, so I think it'll be easier for me to match this eye to that one than try and match that eye to that one. So yeah, so I'm just taking this on one of my Morphe collab brushes, and I'm just gonna sort of start shaping out here. I still have quite a sizable dry patch on this eyelid, so it is what it is with that. Will say is there is a black in this palette, but I think I could have done with a really dark brown. So this is still not going to be anything too difficult. I'm hoping this is going to be a 3 looks 1 palette video, but we shall see. We shall see. I am gonna go into Clay next, which is that one there. Sort of really mustardy, sort of yellowy colour. I'm just going to use that to blend out this shade. Oh, that is nice, very yellowy, but I kind of love it. Wow, this is a very pigmented mustard shade. I love mustard eyeshadow, but often I have to just do a very minimal blend, like I do a heavy pack and blend with it. So many of my friends have got this palette. I'm really excited to see what they're gonna do with it. I have so many super talented friends at makeup. Like, I'm telling you, honestly, you wouldn't believe. Like, I mean, like, Instagram amazing standard, you know, fantastic, super creative, you know, that constantly amaze me and like push me to want to be a bit like better and be a bit more creative and step away from my halo eye comfort. Um, I'll link some Instagrams down below to go check out of my friends if you want to go look at some makeup porn. Trust me, they are not to be missed. And then next, I'm going to take a big fluffy Morphe collab brush and I'm just going to blend around the edge of the mustardy shade. Okie dokie. So I'm just going to go back into Cocoa. And again, just keep on building up the colour a bit. Yeah, I could really do with a darker brown in this. I think I'm going to have to go into the black, which I didn't really want to do, but yeah, I do want this to be slightly deeper than this. Nice. And then just going to blend out again with Clay, which is the mustardy shade. So I'm going to tap into the black. I'm not holding the palette up for a black, which is Black Beach. Tap it, tap it, tap it. And I'm just going to run that on. I've barely touched the black because I really just didn't want the black to overwhelm. My friend Kelly did the most beautiful sort of greeny blue mermaid cut crease sort of thing last night. Oh my god, it's so nice. I want to see if I can maybe recreate it with this palette or something similar, but it was such a beautiful look. Oh my goodness. Just blending that out, making sure it doesn't look harsh and that I can still see the variation of 3 colours. And then going back into Clay again. I've only been filming for 12 minutes and this has gone pretty quickly. This shadow, this palette blends out like an absolute dream. Yeah, the quality of this is just really superior, to be honest. And this palette cost me less than £40. I think it's like 36 something, really weird pricing. But yeah, this palette was really not expensive. And this is like super high-end quality in my view. I wish there was a slightly lighter shade in here. So I can like blend around. I'm gonna grab my really big floofy floofster. Make sure that's nice and clean. And I'm going to go into Sand, which is this shade here. It's like a peach in the pan, in case it doesn't show up on camera, that peachy. I'm actually hoping this isn't massively pigmented because it's, yeah. So I'm just really gently, I barely touch this pan, to be honest, because I really just want it to soften. Yeah, I'm going to cut the crease and then I'll come back and we'll finish it off. So I'll see you in a second. Okay, so I'm back with my crease cut. Oh dear, there we go. So there's only one like quite neutral shimmer in this, which is that one there, which is a little darker kind of than I really wanted. So I'm going to use that on the outer and then see what we can do on the inner portion of the cut crease. So I'm just gonna, oh wow, that's nice and it's not wet. So okay. This shade is nice. It's got a lot of like glitter to it, as well as it being a metallic. I think potentially I could have put a glitter glue down and it would have given it a bit more oomph, but we're here. I'm just going to take that in a little bit further. My eyesight is really poor at the moment. I've been wearing my glasses to work again and I don't have any contacts, so my eyes are not excellent at the moment, so I'm sort of trying my best that I can. Right, and then I think I'm going to take Vanilla, which is this shade here, and it sort of has a shift to it. It's more of a topper, so we'll see how that works, because everything else is so like bright and I don't really want to take away from what I've already done. All right, yeah, it's gone on the eye. It's probably be better over the top of something else, but we're here and we're doing it. It's not really what I wanted. I would have maybe preferred a champagne shade or something like that, but oh well. And I didn't really want to pull in another palette. I want to try and use these palettes in full. I will whack my liner on now, but I'll do that off camera because I really need to be able to concentrate. I'm going to do my base. I'm literally going to just do brown under the eye. Yeah, so I will see you soon. Okay, so I'm back. I just popped some lashes on, did my base, popped a lip on. I have TGH lashes in the style Zara. These are my favourite brand of lashes ever. They are fantastic, good quality, great value for money with them, fantastic. Like, I will never pay expensive prices ever again for lashes. They are so good. But I'm actually really happy with how this turned out. I know the colour story is a little bit boring on this look, but I think this is one of my favourite looks I've ever done on this channel. I think I'm really happy with the performance of the palette. It blended out absolutely beautifully. Like I said, I would have liked a champagne colour. I've popped some of my highlighter in the inner corner, maybe a champagne or a rose gold, something like that for inner corner and brow bone. And like, it's not the be all and end all, but it just would have been nice. I don't like to like reach into different palettes when I'm like reviewing things. Like, I've got my favourite nude lip combo on, which is my Bare Minerals lip liner in On Point, the Revolution Pro lipstick in Rumba, and then in the middle I have the Revolution lipstick in Expose, which is a super pale. I can't really wear it on my own. And I have a Man Me Anyway lip gloss in... oh, I've lost the label. Sparkly. Nude. And I really like that sort of combo together, and just whacked some earrings on. Let me know what you think of this, and we will be moving on into the next look. Okay, so going into look number 2. This video was meant to go up on Friday. It's now Sunday and it's not up, and I've only filmed one look of 3. So this is look 2 of 3 that I'm filming today. Yeah, so I thought I would go for greens. So I'm gonna play in this section of the palette here. I'm gonna go straight in with Tropics, which is that green there, and sort of see how we get on. I might play with the blues a bit in with it as well and see what happens. I'm just gonna shuffle a bit, just shutting my drawer. Okay, we're in. Okay, got a lot of dead space over here. It's because my phone has to be on charge. Okay, so I'm just taking that on my Spectrum A12. And I'm just gonna hold that. I mean, I know because I've used it before that it is a super pigmented shade, but when I used it, I wasn't going in for the for this to be one of the main colours. Ooh, beautiful. I know some people have said that they would have liked more greens in the palette, but I think she has the green spectrum covered pretty well. I could have done with like a deeper sort of murky green maybe. I don't know, and that's all that's really missing green wise for me, in my preferences. But I know I've got friends that really love green. I would have maybe liked to have seen some more green out there. Green in here even. This really is a stunning green shade. I think I'm going to do like a split crease, so I'm not taking this too far in. Okay, so I'm just going to blend this out a bit. I have packed this on quite a lot, so should hold its pigment quite well. Okay, I might need to use a smaller brush to blend. I'm just going to wipe off the one that I used to pop it on with, because this might not, if it's like a very pigmented shade, it might not do a fluffy blend out. It might need a sort of to be diffused. Yeah, that's working a bit better. Maybe do black blended out with this, I think would be a really stunning look, maybe with some like sheer green sparkles over top or something. Ooh, there's an idea. Let me know if you want to see that. Just gonna add a little bit more here. I think we're going for something dramatic again, because why not? Go big or go home. So I'm just gonna blow in the, probably shouldn't do that, it's a bit of kick up. And I'm going into Key Lime, which is that shade there. I'm just going to blend it round the edge of Tropics. Probably gone a bit more ham with Tropics than I had intended. Quite a lot of kick up with Key Lime as well. Don't know if it's because I'm going like in with these fluffy brushes that it's kick upping. Because I know that there's some people saying that that they don't find that it kick ups at all, but I find it does kick up. I wouldn't use this necessarily after putting on a base. So Key Lime, I mean, I didn't necessarily want it to add a huge amount of anything to it, but it's not the most pigmented of shadows. And I watched Angelica Nyqvist's video on it, and I know that she said that it's quite sheer, so I do think it's like a blending out shade for the darker greens in this. So I think I've done enough blending of that for now. Yeah, I think it blends out. Am I done blending? There's no harm in blending a little bit more. I think I've got no issues blending. I know that my level of like how I like things blended is probably a little bit different to some of my friends who do a lot more detailed and looks than me. But I'm like, looks good to me. Let's move on. Right, okay. Trying to see if the deep or lagoon speak to me. I think I'm going to go in with the deep, and I might blend it out with lagoon or reef. I don't know. We shall see. Oh yeah, I love a blurple. I've used a palette before that has a beautiful blurple in it, but I found it difficult to blend out, so I'm hoping that this blends out nicely. Still have a nasty dry patch on that eye, but there's just not a huge amount I can do about that. I think that this look would be probably quite inspired by a look that my friends Tia and Mary did on a joint live that they did recently. So they did, I think it was like similar to this with the blue and the green like cut into each other. So I think I've like seen that and I'm quite inspired by it because it was such a beautiful look. And I'm just gonna blend this out, because what I don't want to do, like how I've done with this, is lose control of the look too much on the inner corner, because because once I start doing that, things can really not look excellent. So I need to be careful with how I build the look now. Okay, so I think Lagoon might be a little bit too dark to blend out the deep, but I'm just gonna, I want to try it anyway. So that was the other blue. So I'm just gonna sort of, and the good thing about blue and green is that they work together perfectly within color theory. So yeah. And I'm still going to use key lime to blend out a bit with this, because again, color theory, just thinking of the right brush for this. I'm going to take my Real Techniques base shadow brush, it just looks like this, and I'm going to go into key lime, really tap it off. Yeah, the color, yeah, with green and blue, thing about is color theory is I don't really need to, oh, that's made it turn into a beautiful teal, is that I don't need to like think about whether or not they'll work, because they will work. That's pulled that together really nicely. I have lost some of the blue because it's made it quite green, but I do like that. I'm just gonna dip into the deep again and just deepen it up. I'm also really struggling with my eyesight. I don't have any contact lenses at the moment, so I sort of just have to do my best, and I hope it looks okay for you guys. And again, just going into Lagoon. Sorry that I'm not holding this up, but yeah. So I'm just gonna blend. That looks really nice. I wish I had a slightly, like again, a like white or a cream or something. It's not something I ever so really need, but if I was to just travel with just this palette and it's flat enough that I could do that in my makeup bag that I use, I would probably, like, if it comes down to it, I do use setting powder and blend out with that. Just gonna make sure these two are melded together really nicely. What to do on the lid? That is the question. I think actually I'm gonna bring, where's the brush that I put that on with? Right, I'm gonna wipe this off. It's this little Jaclyn Hill one here, and I'm gonna take the deep and I'm actually gonna bring it all the way onto my lid. I got some of the Ciate Duochrome shadows, so do let me know if that's something that you're interested in me reviewing, or just doing a sort of look with them. I'm just going back into Lagoon, which is the sort of brighter of the two blues. Okay, so am I going to put a shimmer topper on or something? Oh yeah, that could be really nice. I don't think I'm going to do any crease cutting necessarily. This is like a, feels wet. That is Blue Moon, sorry. It feels like the formula that I hate in the Mitchell, but we'll see. Which is this shade here. Okay, I'm just gonna try and see what it looks like when I just apply it with my finger onto the eyelid. Oh yeah, nice actually. I don't think it would pick up excellently on a brush, but with my finger it works perfectly for what I need it for. Oh, it does go on this nicely. Yeah, that is nice. Sorry, I judged you quickly. Judged you really quickly, and I'm sorry. Sorry, that noise was me shuffling in my chair. I'm going to take the brush that I added the blue onto the lid with, and I'm just going to blend around the outside with that. Again, because I've not cut the crease, I don't mind that this is like a little bit more blown out. And then just wiping off that brush, and I'm going into Lagoon. I'm just going to tap that on the outer corner of this, almost giving like a sort of cut crease effect, like a lazy way of doing a cut crease. I'm actually just gonna see if I can just, we're just playing around, so I'm gonna go into Vanilla, which is that shade there, which is like a, oh, itchy nose, a pink to a green duochrome. So I'm just gonna pick that up on my finger, and I'm gonna tap that into the middle. Doesn't show up loads, but it just adds that slight, yeah, I've just put that all on my nose when I scratched my nose, didn't I? But my nose was itchy. It's hard panned a bit already. Yeah, it has hard panned a bit. Oh, that was a bit aggressive, Rebecca. But it did hard pan. I'm probably gonna have to scrape that a bit. Oh, now I've put too much on. Oh well, I can make it work. Filming late at night again. I'm back to doing that after I was filming in the daytime like a normal person, but anyway. Still before midnight, since I was at the stage where I wasn't really filming before midnight, so yeah, I'm working, so I can't really be doing that anyway. I've somehow got Vanilla up here, so I'm just gonna, actually I like how that looks now. I just need to trust the process, and not everything needs to be like precise and nice and things like that, you know what I mean? Okay, so that's what we've got going so far. I actually really like how that looks. I'm going to pop off, whack a quick base on, and then we'll come back and do something with the under eye. So I will see you soon. Okay, so I'm back with my base on. Right, I'm just going to show you guys how I like highlight my brow bone and blend everything in together. So I've just taken the highlighter that I put on, which is an XX Revolution in Disclosure, which is this one there. It's like a pinky goldy sort of peach, and it's all up here, and then I would sort of blend it around and then go literally all up into my brow bone. Doesn't matter if there's a shadow on there at all, and I sort of blend them all together. And I will also go slightly under if I've done it like this here, and sort of blend it out with that as well. Go right round and then right round to the front, and I think it just gives a really seamless sort of finish. Yeah, I really like how that looks. Might not be for everybody, but hey ho, if everyone had the same tastes, the world would be boring. I'm just going to take my big buffing brush and give it a... So for my under eye, I've already taken the green pretty far in. So I'm going to take the deep first, which is that shade there. I'm just going to take it on my small collab brush. And I'm literally just gonna wiggle it under my eye. You know what, I'm not gonna start singing it because it's rude, but I've got Cardi B and Meg the Stallion song stuck in my head. Do, 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 do. Yeah, you know which one I mean. And I've got to admit, I like to sort of like hype myself up before I film, like sort of get myself into the mood. So I did have it playing. I'm like sat in my chair, like not sure if that was something I should admit, but yeah, there we go. Quite like that. I'm taking my other Morphe collab brush and going into Lagoon, which is that one there. Do this more on the tip, just the tip. And wiggle that under. So guys, as it's been a few days between filming, we're actually nearly at 300 subscribers now. We're at like 275 or something, and to me that's nearly 300. That'll do. Welcome. I'm actually super happy how this has turned out. Blue and green. It's going into vanilla, which is that shade there. Do a bit of inner corner business. Yes, I've hard panned this so bad. That's not great that it's hard panned already, but ooh, that's a nice inner corner shade. There we go. So I'm just going to pop off, do my usual liner, lip and lashes, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back with my lip on and some liner. So I've just done a Barry M High Vis liner in the shade Strobe Light. It's like a bright electric green. I have my Lily lashes in the style Mykonos that I got from my Cosmetips box, and the best red in the world, which is the Fenty red. So, and I've changed my outfit. We all know that I love to match my outfit to my eye makeup, and I couldn't resist. And this is a little blazer dress that I have, it's one of my favourite new items in my wardrobe, so I thought I would pop that on. But what do you guys think? I'm feeling this look. I am feeling it. All dressed up, nowhere to go. But let me know what you think about this one. So I think this will be number 2. Yeah, number 2. So I've done my neutral before this, and this is my second look. So on to the third one. I'll see you shortly. Okay, so I'm back. So starting on look number 3. Okay, this has been quite a journey. Yeah, so we've made it to purple time. Purple halo eye is happening. It's been a while and I'm excited. Okay, yeah, I'm excited. So, purple and pinks. Oh, yes. Yeah, I'm ready. Take a swig. Yes, this cup says gingers are for life, not just for Christmas. I am marrying a ginger, so that is appropriate. He's at football, so I made my own cup of tea today. And my hair looks decent. Let me just give you a little bit of story time quickly. I spent over an hour putting in my clip-in extensions and curling them. And the curler that I was using, which is old, was burning the ends of my extensions. And I thought, it's just extensions and they're old, that might be why. They're like, literally, when I say burning, like they were crumbling off. So in the end, I couldn't get my extensions to blend well with my hair, because my hair is a little bit short and long at the same time. I can do it when my hair's up to here, and I can do it when it's a bit longer, but it didn't look quite right. So I took them out and decided to curl my own hair. So I started with this side, and yeah, I've lost from about this section, maybe about this. I burnt it. I burnt it really badly on the ends. I'm really hoping it's not too badly burnt up top. I'm hoping it's just burnt on the ends because that's where it's clamped. So yeah, it absolutely stinks of burning. So it is what it is. Oh, I've texted my friend Kelly, who's a hairdresser, like, something's happened. But it looks all right. I'm just a little bit gutted and irritated at myself. If my hairdresser Ruth is watching, I am sorry. Okay, so I want this to be really bright purple. So, well, purpley pink. I am going in with literally called magenta, which is that shade there. I still have a really bad dry patch on my eyelid. I do moisturise my eyelids and all that, but this is nothing much I can do about it, to be honest. So just taking this on my Spectrum A12. Right, so I'm just packing that on in my usual rounded out shape. Oh my goodness, this colour is literally what Rebecca's dreams are made of. Does purple go with leopard print? I don't care. I love leopard print. I can curl with my GHDs, not as well as with curlers, but I thought I would just give them a try. Sorry, as always, my mirror is off to the side here. Wow, I love that colour. Well, it's just another one. I'm going to go in my Jessup 227 Luxe Soft Definer. And I'm going to blend around the outside of this. And Friday's upload, which I will film tomorrow or Wednesday, is quite a highly requested video from me, but you'll see what it is. Just finished off watching my beautiful friend Tia's live. Please go subscribe to her channel. I will put her Instagram, as I said, I'm going to put a few of my friends' Instagrams down below, and I will pop her channel down below as well. She is super talented, really creative. Her talent blows any of mine out of the water. Skill wise, she's ridiculous. I'm gonna go in with Pink Lily, which is another bright shade. They are quite similar to each other, but the brighter the better to me, to be honest, when it comes to this kind of look. Goodness, they're very similar, aren't they? Yeah. And then just going back in with the definer. Yeah, I've not added much more of that because they are such similar shades. And then I'm going to go into Lilac, which is that shade at the top, that one there. And I'm gonna, fuck off. Oh, I'm regretting this. Pissing me off every time I'm looking at my hair now. I'm going to swoosh this around the edge. Oh yeah, so it has diffused it quite well, but we will go back in and rebuild the shades anyway. But I just want the outer edge, the outside of this look to be like really blown out and blended nicely. Not sure if this is coming off as bright on camera as it is in real life, because this still is really packing quite a punch, but I think it's not looking as bright on camera. I'm just going to go back in with Magenta, which is the first shade that we used, and I'm just going to wiggle that in and tuck it right into my crease. But this might be quite a grab a drink, grab a snack video, because I've been trying to edit down my eye looks as much as I possibly can, since I'm trying to fit 3 into 1, but there's only so much you can edit out without sort of losing fully how you've done a look. Yeah. I think with this one, because I've done so many halo eyes, I don't really need to show my method as much, which does make things easier. I'm going into Pink Lily, which is that shade there, which is super similar, and just popping that around the outside super gently. I don't really want to create any harsh lines. And then going back into Lilac, which is that shade at the top there. I'm going to go into Blackberry, which is that shade there. Oh wow, I'm really no kick up with that. Maybe it's the type of brush I'm using. Oh, is it not picking up that well on the brush? Okay, not the most pigmented purple I've ever used in the world, and I know my purples. Is this the first shade that I'm quite disappointed in? I'm really picking that up there. Right, that's better. But I've really had to give that a wiggle to pick up the shade. It's really hard pressed in there. Didn't give that a swatch. Yeah, that is super dry actually. The it doesn't swatch well. Purples don't often swatch great, but that is not excellent. But I'm only ever gonna really use this to darken up something, so it's not that deep, but other people may care more than I do, so yeah. That's definitely made it much more actual purple. I've gone way too far with the blackberry. Oh dear, some mistakes have been made. That's fine. Then going back into Pink Lily, which is the brighter of the two pinks. Oh crap. Yeah, oh well, I can fix that. You see here, I've made a mistake. It's fine. And then I'm gonna take my big fluffy brush. I'm actually just gonna need to add some more blackberry to this side. I'm actually just going to blend it out. I'm not going to add any more pigment. Okay, so next time if I did this look, I would start with blackberry or even a black and blend out from there. This is like it's a method mistake I've made here. And I am gonna take lilac again on an even more fluffy brush. And blend it out. There we are. So yeah, that's where we have it. It's just a very blown out purple look. I'm gonna pop off cutting my halo and I will see you soon. Okay, so I'm back with my halo cut in. So I'm just going to pop on some mattes first and then I'll do halos in the center. So I'm gonna go in with blackberry, which was the darkest of them all, but I'm actually gonna pick that up on my Spectrum A12 and I'm just gonna, oh, so it works better on a very wet base, I guess. It's not bad enough for me to call this a dud. I think it's just quite hard pressed and I know that it's hard to make purple, but I think because I've been so blown away by the rest of the shades in the palette that yeah, it's quite easy for me to probably, like, if something's a bit disappointing then it's really easy for me to notice. Then pop some on the inner corner. Okay, and then I'm gonna take this brush here, and I'm going to tap into Pink Lily. I'm going to pass go over Magenta and just tap into Pink Lily because I don't have enough space to do all three colours. I didn't leave myself with enough space. And I just blend that outwards to blend into Blackberry. And ooh, so many nice purpley shimmers. Should we do a bit of Starlight and then maybe put one of the others over the top of it and see what happens? Oh yeah, there we go. I'm thinking she would be definitely better using a finger, but you know, we're doing what we're doing. Can't get as much precision obviously using your finger as you can with a brush, you know, that goes without saying, so I'm just gonna do what I gotta do. Okay, so quite like how that's looking. It's quite a flaky shade, so it has a nice sort of texture to it, and I don't mind like different textures and things like that. So yeah, I don't mind when the palette has a nice bit of like diversity in textures. That doesn't bother me at all. Okay, and then I'm just going to pick up my brush and take a little bit of Pink Lily on again, and I'm just gonna blend that in. Pretty happy with how that looks actually. And then I'm just, oh, Rose Pink really speaks to me, so does Pale. Maybe I'll do Pale on the inner corner. So Rose Pink is just there. It's a duochrome. I've picked it up on my finger, which is that one there, and I'm just gonna tap it on like that. This adds that tad bit more brightness to the centre of the halo eye. Okay, there we are. So pretty happy. Oh, it doesn't look blended. I'm about to say pretty happy. It does not look blended down this outer corner. She's going to pick some Blackberry up on this little brush. To be honest, I have a little scar in here, so sometimes shades don't always want to stick to that. But yeah, anyway. Okay, so I'm going to go and whack a base on and we'll come back and do my under eye sources. Okay, so I'm back and I have finished everything off just because the video was getting a bit long. So I literally just did the same sort of purples and a bit on the under eye, just black liner, same Mykonos lashes as my last look. And I popped Pearl on the inner corner, a little bit on the brow bone, and I even took it over my highlighter a bit. On my lips, I have Ignited, which is a Revolution Pro sort of soft matte liquid lipstick. I really love the formula on these. But yes, so what do we think? Obviously I like it because it's purple and that's my thing. I can achieve this look with a few other palettes. I have done this look before. It's nothing like particularly new and unique for me in terms of a look that I can do, but I had no issue with any of the shadows apart from I wasn't massively impressed by Blackberry, which is that shade there. I could have just had it be more pigmented. It was very hard pressed. I mean, it's done what it needed to do, which is darken up. I can imagine some people might want to like really use that shade, do a really dark shade with it. So for its purpose, do I have stuff on my teeth? No, I'm good. For its purpose, it did its job for me. Anyway, that comes to the end of our 3 looks. Am I going to do this again with a new palette? We'll see. It depends how motivated I'm saying. I don't have anything new to use anyway, so do let me know what you want to see next from me. Thank you very much for watching my video. Don't forget to go follow me over on Instagram. I do have another look that I have not filmed over on my Instagram using the Carnival 3 Love Tahiti palette, so do go and check that out. If you did want me to film that as a standalone video, do let me know and I'll sort that out for you. Ooh. nearly fell off my chair. I just realised you might not have seen this look very well, so I'm just gonna, there you go. Anyway, we are getting closer and closer to 300 subscribers, so if you're not subscribed, please do subscribe to my channel. That would mean a whole bunch to me, and ring that bell so you're notified of when I next upload. I'm aiming to upload on Tuesdays and Fridays, and I'll do bonus videos every now and then when I can, if I have the time. And don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it. Do leave me a comment down below which out of the 3 was your best look, and I'll see you next time. Bye!